What's going on, traders? So, not much going on. So things are pretty slow still. It is December 17th. Christmas is about a week away. So this week I'm only gonna be trading either today and tomorrow, or if something comes up today and tomorrow, I'll probably trade Wednesday as well. But as of right now, nothing looks interesting. Still watching TVAX and the SPY for a possible flush. EVFM is the only stock that's actually making moves or holding up its levels. Right now, possible entry 69, but it is a little choppy. Broke resistance. Didn't take the trade. Stop loss would have been 49, so 20 cents stop. Sorry about that. Axon looks really good. I'm just waiting for a little bit of more volume to come in. There's very low volume at this point. Buying 24. You have a little bit of resistance as 24. Oh, it just spiked. There's big volume coming in. A lot of shorts. So it skipped from 24 all the way up to about 30s, 33. We got 27 on the bid. Possible entry right now is 34. $28 on the bid. The bid just dropped. Bid is down ticking. So right now, the nothing's popping up. There is a little bit of momentum, obviously. AXON just showed it right now on this candle, like 2-3 minutes ago. So I'm just waiting for something to hold up at this moment. So the S&P 500 just made lower lows, but it's not really crashing. It's down right now 1.1%. So TVIX is up 4.25%. It's not that, not that much. Um, in order for TVIX to really move, we need SPY to crash, more than 1%. So, but SPY is making lower lows. Just keep that in mind. EVFM still has potential. VWAP is at 10%. It is a high float stock. So, I mean, not high float, 25 million shares float is still, low, but there is some news on it, so. EVFM is flushing. Not interested in anymore. AXON is not holding its levels. So the reason I didn't jump in on AXON over here on this candle, we did get some volume. You can see that volume came in, it pulled back, it came in, and then it started to pull back. And then I was just waiting for some volume to come in. And then it came in on this candle. I called out the entry. I think it was 24. The high was 23. Entry was 24. But then it spiked all the way up to the 30s. And as soon as it spiked, a lot of shorts started jumping in. So it was at 133, and they dropped the price down all the way to 127. So that was a lot of short interest on the ticker at that moment. You see all this volume coming in, and they just changed the momentum on it. Instead of keeping breaking out, it just pulled back. Oh, the FFN just got halted just now. So we're seeing on DFFN the same thing we saw on Friday. I think it was NAKD that it just squeezed all of the sudden at out of nowhere. The reason they squeeze up that much is because of shorts have to cover their position, and it also just did a reverse split. I think it was Friday that it did a reverse split. Yeah, I think I was watching the FFN on Friday. I believe I was. There's also some news on it. So DFFN got halted at 6:55 a.m. Now it might resume at 7:00. So if it resumes above 355, if it resumes around 355 or 360, I'll take a long position over 70s. If it resumes below 355, I'll take a position breaking 55, so entry would be 56, and this would be for another squeeze. I will not be calling out the selling entry because when they resume there's lots of volatility, so there's no time to even call it out. So I'm just gonna sell as I see it necessary. For those in the YouTube live, it is delayed, so you shouldn't be mirror trading at all anyway. So by the time we call it out, you guys are gonna see it. The ticker's gonna be gone in real life or real-time data. Might resume any minute now. Any second. So it looks like it's gonna be a 10-minute halt. So 7:05. So DFFN still LUPD code. Just watching it for resumption at 7:05. That was me drinking water. In a minute now. Any second. So it has to resume above 55. No higher than 75. If it resumes higher than 75, I'll wait. I'll give it a minute to see what it does. If it 88, 94. Yeah, it's still squeezing up. So the problem with jumping in when it resumes, higher is that you can get cut in a flush. And, if it does a reversal, the potential of loss is a lot bigger The high is 60. Just keep squeezing up. Just made a new low. Keeps making lower lows. Yeah, see, that's the problem. If I would have jumped in at, the 90s, would have made, 7% is still good, but they can, they can really reverse and just, just drop after resumption. They can really move. So I needed to hold above 55 for a possible reversal. Possible entry 75. Buying 75. Selling 65. Shit. Selling 59. Fuck. Ah, damn it. Sold at 40. That was a big loss right there. Gave it a second, but it didn't hold up. DFFN still holding up. Volume is pulling back. So even if it breaks out of 85, I don't think it'll make a big move. We haven't seen that second leg in a while. So VWAP is at 20%. You know, it still has potential, but so entry right now could be 85, but I don't really trust it. It is starting to do a reversal. So even if I take the trade, you know, right now I'm down. What was that? Let me see. 75, so the 40. Yeah, that was a 7.3 loss. That was a big loss right there. So I was expecting to lose 10% at max this week. So I only have a little bit of wiggle room for 3%. So I'd rather save that next trade or the last trade of the week or for the year for tomorrow. SPY is not doing very good. Neither is IWM. So I'd rather save the trade for another morning. So tomorrow. And you know, try and close the month 50% in profit. You know, December is really slow compared to last month, November, that we closed the month 400% in profit. And last month was also, no, October, was it October? Yeah, September was a little slow, and October was dead up until the last week of October. Then it started to get hot, uh, and then all of November was pretty good. Like I said, we closed the month at 400%. So the monthly my monthly goal is so my monthly goal is 100% in profit, but the market is not giving us that much potential this December, so we might see the markets might see a red Christmas. It is flushing. I mean, not flushing, but it just broke all support. DFFN is doing a reversal. Yeah, I would have gotten stopped out again. Looks like it found support. So this is today's price action DFFN. The first leg would be considered as this. No, that's the first leg. So the second leg would be, this top part right here. But like I say, right now we haven't seen a second leg in a while. For more than, for at least couple weeks. So I don't think it'll, run to 90s and then 550s. I don't see that possible. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. Nothing on the scanners. It's flagging. Possible entry would be 91. Still making higher lows. Just made a lower low. It's still consolidating, consolidating sideways. Possible entry 76. Just broke resistance. Stop loss would have been 64. Yeah, you see that one, this current candle, the red candle, that's enough price action for me to not, to start looking for a stop out, because stop loss right now would have been 66. Because like I say, the type of breakout I'm looking for is where it just made a lower low at 65. So this red candle, when it's a breakout, it breaks the high of the green candle instantly. It's right at the open. So two green consecutive candles. If we see one red candle, it's enough to start looking for a stop out, because usually they don't. Well, 99.9% of the times they don't break out if they give you a red candle. Right now, it's still pulling back. Stop loss would have been at 64. It keeps making choppy higher lows. Yeah, it just reversed. So, would have stopped out at 68 at this point. Right there. My stop loss would have been triggered. So, yeah, nothing is breaking out. There's a lot of indecision right now in the markets. SPY just made a lower low, but it bounced right back up. IWM also made a lower low, but it just bounced. TVIX has not made a higher high, but it did bounce. So there's lots of indecision right now. It keeps consolidating sideways. Possible entry 90. Once we see 69 on the bid, on the top tier bid, right here, if we see 69, it's over. But right now it's still holding up really good. Yeah, it just made new highs. So like I say, I don't see it really making that, second leg. Yeah, all those shorts. You see all these red transactions, those are all sells. So there's a lot of short interest popping in, a lot of buyers coming in. I mean, volume needs to really come in. There's low risk right now for an entry. Not interested in it anymore. It keeps doing these flags. So we have one flag, right here, another flag right here, and this was another flag right here. So, it's very choppy. If it keeps breaking out, I'm gonna take a stab at it, due to the fact that it keeps breaking out, making new highs. But you need volume to really come in. So volume, average volume is about right here. So I need the volume bars to break over that white line at least. Volume starting to come in really nice. Might take a stab at it. It's breaking out. Lots of volume pouring in. Short volume. Yeah, it just reversed. So our entry was back at 75. It did make up a high of 513. Entry was, where was that? Oh, back over here. And that pullback. So it did give me a couple entries, right there, and another entry right here. The problem is that the longer you hold a stock for, the higher the risk there is. It did keep making higher highs or higher lows, but it's still not worth it. Let's say I would have gotten in on the first pullback. So right here on this candle, this was the first pullback for the break of 70. So possible entry would have been like 71. It was making higher lows, so it probably would have held, making higher lows, but the potential is not there. Would have had to held from 7:21 a.m. all the way to the 30s, and that's almost 10 minutes. and only for holding 10 minutes for 5% profit, is not just not worth it. The stock could get halted on T1, T2, or T12. So it's just not worth it. So this is the watch list. We have Solo, DFFN, AXON, we got SPY, and IWM, TVIX. So you can see that IWM, just made a lower low, as well as SPY just made a lower low, but TVIX is not making higher highs. So the good sign is that it just bounced, and SPY just bounced as well. So it's not, the market's not flushing, it's just it is holding. Nothing on the scanners. So it's almost 8 a.m., 10 minutes before 8. I'm gonna hang out till around 9. If anybody wants to call it a day, be my guest. Nothing is really moving. Uh, I'm just gonna hang out till 9 just to see what the markets do. So like I say, just be aware that tomorrow we're only gonna be risking about 3% at the most. If tomorrow is another red day, I'm just gonna call it a month and not log in until January 2nd. Uh, because I want to close December at least with 50% in profit. It's actually gonna be the first month ever that I don't reach my goal. Uh, and I haven't been training for a long time, for almost about a year, but every month I trade, I close a little, if not close enough to 100, just above 100. Uh, last month was great. We closed in at 400%, but you know, I haven't seen 50% month in a while. So yeah, TVAX is not holding at all. So TVIX is heading back down to support at 53.93, and SPY is doing a reversal. It made a lower low. It made a new low uh, at 257, and it just bounced. Oh, sorry to get chilly. So today's the 17th, tomorrow the 18th. Christmas is next week. So next week we have 24, 25th. So the 26th, we would only have 26, 27, and 28 for on market. Open market is closed at 20, I believe 24th and 25th, I think. But there's only 3 days of trading. So, and also it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Fridays are always dead. So I'm not gonna be logging in till the 2nd. So this is the last week of this month that is available. That if we see any momentum, it's probably gonna be this week. I highly doubt it that we'll see anything on the 26th, 27, or 28. Nothing is popping up. So XON just made a big move, or not a big move, but it just bounced. You have a little bit of momentum coming into the market. AXON, just bounced. EVFM just bounced, but they have to hold their levels in order for me to be interested. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'll just risk tomorrow another 3% in loss. So I'll only take low risk trades, and low risk trades with an A plus setup, and that'll be tomorrow. I should probably try to trade either Tuesday or Wednesday. Thursday, honestly, I don't see anything happening, but you never know. But I'll just say tomorrow, Tuesday, and possibly Wednesday. And I'm not trading until, or logging in until the 2nd, because these are all holidays, well-known holidays. 24th, 25th, 31st, and the 1st. Who doesn't party on the 31st, evening 31st, right? For those on YouTube Live, I just started the live sessions, I believe last week. So this month has been really slow. Like I say, we're only closing in. We might close in about 50% in profit only. Typically, goal is 100% minimum, but this month we didn't reach our goal. So if you guys have any questions on the YouTube Live, you can add me or follow me on Instagram and just DM me, and I'll be more than glad to answer any questions. You can get the link on my YouTube channel. Oh, and it's also delayed, so any price action that you see will be delayed. I don't know how long it's delayed for. You know, it's just that's how it is. But and I have a chat room for live or real time data. But right now I'm limiting access. I have limited access only to that. So just stay tuned for more information. So nothing is hitting the scanners. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day. So just a quick recap. We are closing the day down 7% of the day. So we have 6 consecutive red days. You know, it's funny because the first week of December, I did close in. I think. Let me see if I can remember this correctly. Monday of the first week of December, I think it was. We made 7%. Tuesday we lost 7%. Wednesday was closed due to the funeral of Bush's grandpa or father or something. And then Thursday we made, I believe it was over 30%, and Friday we made on over 30%. The thing is that we closed in 75% in 2 days. You know, it's really amazing how you can make back more than what you lost in even one day. So we've had 6 consecutive red days. You know, last week and this week. So today I took a stab at DFFN. Let me see. Entry was 75, stopped out at 40. So it was back over here. So entry was for the break of this high. The high of this red candle was 75. Low risk entry would have been at the break of this high, which was the high was 56. But I gave it a second to because if it had broken this high, and it also broke this high, usually they keep making higher highs. So I gave it a second, but I guess proper entry would have been for the break of this high. But I give it a second to see if it even if it even would hold, if it would even hold up. So I went long at 75 and stopped out at 40. I went long at this at 75, sold at this red candle at 40. Good thing I sold at 40 because this candle or red candle flushed down to 24, so that would have been a close to a 12% loss if I had not stopped out. So stopped out at 40. It did keep making lower lows, and we had a reversal on this candle, and it started making higher lows, but I didn't want to take a stab at it because we have not seen that second leg breakout. So for those wondering, the first leg would be considered this. That would be the first leg. So what they do is they break out, give you a sideways price action, and then they give you another second leg breakout, and then they give you some more sideways price action, and we have seen on like third leg, sometimes a fourth leg. I have never seen more than four consecutive or four breakouts in one day. Usually they only give out three legs a day at the most. So we haven't seen that second leg breakout, so I didn't take a stab at it. That was the reason, and I'm calling it a day because it's already 8 a.m. and the scanners are really quiet. Nothing. I mean, this DFFN was halted on a LUPT code, but it was the only one. So if we see any momentum, we might see tomorrow. The recent DFFN, I was looking at it for a long position was because NKD made big moves on Friday, and I was looking for another breakout. So calling it a day, as you can see, and we're down 7%, about 7% on the day. Let me just calculate that real quick. Oh, wrong one. So 75 stopped out at 40. That's 7.8% loss today. So my max loss for this week is 10%, and I'm already down 7%. I was hoping to keep my losses short today. That way I would have been able to trade on Wednesday as well if anything popped up. But we can't control how much we win or lose in one day. Max stop loss per week is 20%. I have been stopped out. I've had some cases that I've been stopped out in one single day for the whole week. If you get cut in a flush, if they pull the bid on you, if the market makers pull the bid on you, you can't control what happens. So stopping out with a 10% loss for the week, it's decent. The reason I'm stopping out 10% on the week is I want to close in at least with 50% on the month, at least a minimum. Goal monthly goal is 100%, but 50% is still pretty good, considering many traders don't get, more than 10% a week. So, institutions struggle for 5% a year. So, you know, 50% a month is pretty good. So just calling it a day, and we'll see you back tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for another live trading session. Those on YouTube, the live feed the live feed is delayed for, I don't know how long. I'll look into it, but it is delayed. If you guys want real-time data, you have to join my chat room, and you can DM me on my Instagram. The link is on my YouTube channel, and just stay in touch, as well as if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. Just send me a DM in the Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Right now I don't have that many followers, so I'll be paying more attention to people who ask me questions right now, that I don't have any more any that big following. uh, a lot of people following me on Instagram. All right, so calling it a day. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, at 6:30 a.m. Uh, this week, I'm only gonna be trading tomorrow, the 18th, possibly the 19th, and like I say, tomorrow max loss is 3%, and if I get stopped out tomorrow, I will not be longing in till the January 2nd, and if if tomorrow is good, I'll log in on Wednesday the 19th. If the 19th is good, I'll log in on Thursday the 20th. But as of now, max loss would be is set for tomorrow. All right, logging out.